What's going on, my MS Gym family? How are you guys doing? To everybody in the United States, I just want to say happy Memorial Day. I am here on a national holiday because this is a day where you spend with family. This is a day that you spend remembering family, and I'm here with you guys. You are my family. I remember you 24 hours a day, and I think about you a lot. And on this Memorial Day, I started, what it does is I have a lot of people in my family who have been in the military. Like both my grandfathers on my dad's side, my father who was a fighter pilot, my uncle who just passed away was in Vietnam, my mom's man friend Patrick was a Marine, and my cousin's in the Air Force, and I just have a lot of military background in me. And I don't forget, and I don't take lightly, those who have served on my behalf to protect the freedoms that I have in this world. To literally get on a camera in my own space, my own business, and speak to you and have this opportunity to help you. And so I really do respect that. And all of you that are in military service or have lost someone who has served in the military, I love you, I commend you, and I honor you. And Memorial Day and just holidays in general, really, where it's like a remembrance holiday, whether it's an anniversary or Veterans Day, Memorial Day, a birthday, or like something like that, or like a birthday of a loved one or something. Those days, like Misty always laughs at me because I'm like super nostalgic. Like I literally get on camera. I'm not get on camera. I literally holidays always like affect me, or like when I think about like a previous dog or a previous house or a memory or something, I always get. I'm a pretty emotional, like sensitive guy, but it does affect me because I get nostalgic, I get reflective, and I really kind of because I like to evaluate where I am in my life constantly. Because I always want to make sure that I'm having the most impact I can as a husband, as a father, as a friend, as a son, as a healer, as a practitioner, all that kind of stuff. Because if I'm not living my life on purpose and I'm not living my life for a purpose, then I just feel lost. And there's really no point. So, my message today to you guys is, I want you on Memorial Day, when we memorialize, when we reflect and we think about others' lives, I really want you to think about your life. And I want you to remember who you are. Because here's the thing, you guys, is that all of us are uniquely made. All of us are specially made. And all of us have a purpose. And I actually think many purposes for having a life on this planet. And it may be as a mother, it may be as a father, it may be as a parent, it may be as a friend, it may be as a business owner, it may be as an employee, it may be as a volunteer, it may be as whatever it is. But the fact of the matter is that you are who you are. You do have roles in your life, but at the end of the day, it's you. And you need to know who you are. And you need to remember who you are in order to do the things in your life that you want to do, in order to have the strength inside of you to overcome your struggles, and in order to have the discipline and the focus to literally train your brain and train your mind to focus on the things that lift you up, move you forward, and create purpose in your life, instead of allowing the circumstances and the external environment of the world to tear you down. Because here's the thing, you guys, is that, we're a pretty positive community here in the MS Gym. And a lot of people are like, it's like Disneyland here, like every day. And Trevor's like Mickey Mouse. And I'm like, cool. Or maybe I'm like Goofy. I don't know. Some days I'm like Donald Duck and I have a temper. But the fact of the matter is that this is an awesome community. And this is one of those positive, supportive communities on the planet. And at the same time, we work towards that. That just didn't happen. There's been a lot of people, especially like in the members corner, that have struggled. There's been some dark days. People may be going through darkness right now. There's been a lot of victories, but there's also been a lot of failures. There's been a lot of like woohoo superstar celebratory moments, and there's also been some very sad, sorrow-filled moments of mourning. And the Members Corner really reflects your guys' MS life. The society as it is now, and the world as it is now, does not celebrate weakness. It does not celebrate sickness. It does not celebrate illness. It does not celebrate disability. What the world really focuses on right now is what you have, who you know, what relationships you have, and what you've done. Sorry to say, but that's the way it is. Social media amplifies that. Social media makes that more in your face. And social media doesn't ever, it really is taking away our ability to truly figure out who we are, because we're constantly told who we're supposed to be. And when you guys, you quality, awesome, fantastic people, were or have been recently diagnosed with MS, all of a sudden, that world that says anything is possible and any dream can be accomplished and anything, you can have anything you want if you just put your mind to it, all of a sudden starts to tell you you're going to end up in a wheelchair. You're going to end up in assisted living. You're probably going to lose friends. You may lose your marriage. Your kids may not understand you. You may not even be able to have a life with your kids. You may not be able to walk. You may not be able to run. You may not be able to travel. You may not be able to write. You may not be able to see. You may not be able to eat. You may not be able to go out in public without wearing a diaper. And you're 37 years old. That's the harsh reality of what you're told. You are told, or you have been told, that healing for you is not possible. Healing for you is not in your future. Healing for you is not for you. Because you have some dis-ease. You have some condition. And I emphasize the word dis-ease because your body is out of balance. Okay? Whatever life circumstances led you to this point, whatever has happened in your life that possibly could have contributed to MS, let it go. Let it go. Whatever words have been said to you by a medical practitioner, whatever diagnosis you've heard on a report, whatever fate you have been dealt or whatever fate has been imposed on you, I want you to reject it right now. Because what I'm about to do is take I'm going to take away the things that have been imposed on you, and I want to expose you to the reality. And the reality is that nobody can take you away from you. Nobody can steal your soul. Nobody can steal your heart. Nobody can steal your mind. Your heart may get broken. Your heart may get betrayed. Your heart may get scarred and broken. Your mind may be dissuaded. Your mind may be persuaded. Your mind may be untrained. Your mind may be influenced. But guess what? At the base of everything is the soul put inside of you. And without going super spiritual on you guys, because I know some of you put up these walls, but it's a fact that you have a soul within inside of you. It is a fact, neurologically proven, that somewhere in the brain there's a way to perceive what is happening to you in life. It's not your brain. It's your soul inside of you that is perceiving what is happening to you. And the thing is that it's intangible. You can't put your hands around your soul. You can't read a book on your soul. You can't take a pill for your soul. You can't get an adjustment or a surgery or a massage or something like that to heal your soul. You can't even do an exercise that is going to heal your soul, because that is all stuff that you can perceive. You can see, you can feel, you can watch. But here's where the danger comes in, here's where the danger comes in, is that by gauging, when people gauge how okay they are, if they will be okay, if they will heal, if their life will get better, if they are capable, if they are worthy of restoring the life that was taken from them by their circumstances on external influence or external what's called locus of control, you will fail and you will be defeated and you will get discouraged every single time. Meaning, if you listen to what your ex-husband said to you, if you listen to what your rebellious, angry children say to you, if you listen to the failed business partnerships that say you're a terrible person because whatever, if you listen to your doctor that said you won't get better, if you listen to your PT that says there's no hope for you, this is as far as I can take you, if you listen to your friend that says all you talk about is your MS, if you listen to the media that says, well, really don't get your hopes up because, there's some false hope out there, if you listen to the skeptical voices in your head saying, what the hell is this guy doing on film talking to you guys, and what's his MO? What's his motivation? I don't want to listen to him. I can do this on my own, whatever. Then you're going to be missing out on a lot. Because guess what? All those voices, all that noise, all that stuff out there, all it does is distract you. They're weapons of mass distraction. Weapons of mass distraction to keep you from focusing on your innate, given, and very real ability to heal. You can heal. The minute you choose to change your life, it starts to change for the better. Because you are making the conscious decision to go a different direction. Instead of being pulled this direction by all this crap around you pulling you into the deep dark hole. You are choosing to turn, align yourself with truth, align yourself with light, and actually walk toward a preferred future. And like Misty talked about last week, when you get to that point of utter disgust, utter discontentment, and utter just I don't want to be here anymore. That is the point when you make the decision, you draw the line, and you step across that line into a different future. But you can only do that if you truly remember who you are. And some of us have, as adults, forget who we are. We forget about all the great things that we've done and people that we've impacted in our lives, and moments, quiet moments with ourselves where we were actually proud of something we did because we're so distracted what we haven't done, what we aren't doing, or what now we don't get to do because of our life circumstances imposed on us. Because think about it, you guys. Think about moments in your life where you made someone smile through their tears. Think about moments in your life when you encouraged someone who thought they were nothing. Whether it be a child, a friend, a teammate, a spouse, a parent. Think about that moment when you were the only one there. When you were the only one there to listen. You were the only one there who showed up to help. Think about those moments when you write something, when you speak something, that you, this is a good thing with social media, that all of a sudden people were like, yes, I just needed to hear that today. Think about that moment that you quietly paid for someone's coffee. Think about that moment that you quietly helped some lady across the street. Think about that moment when you anonymously dropped a note to a friend that said, I care about you. Here's why, you're awesome, and here's why. Think about those moments that you have made someone else's life better. And I also want you equally to think about those moments that you've made yourself better. I want you to think about right now those moments that you have overcome that were that at the time seemed insurmountable. I want you to think about the challenges and the violent assaults against you, whether that's physical, emotional, spiritual, financial, relational, social, professional, personal, whatever it might be, that when they were in your face, it was just like this. Like, you're just getting jab, 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 jab. And yet you block, 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 boom, boom. You took some hits, but you block, 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 and eventually, boom! You had that one hit, and you knocked them out, and you walked away. Think about the moments, you guys, the powerful moments when you literally are standing in some place that is quiet and serene and beautiful. And you just have that moment where you're like, you know what? Like, I'm proud of me. I'm happy with who I am. I like who I am. I've done some cool stuff. Look how far I've come. Look what I just achieved. Look what I just went through and I'm still standing. Look how at one point I was so utterly sick, depressed, angry, lost, frustrated. And look where I am right now. Because seriously, you guys, like every single one of you have that and can have that. And all of the strength and all of the resilience and all of the persistence, discipline, and focus that you've had in the past to overcome some very, very aggressive, violent opponents in your life, challenges in your life, you still have it. It was literally built into the DNA of your soul, and you still have it. Some people are strong with their words. Some people are strong with their hands writing. Some people are strong with their muscles and force. Some people are strong with their mind and they think and give ideas. Some people are strong with their creativity and create songs and art that literally influence the world. Some are strong with giving gifts. Some are strong with just knowing when to be there for someone. Some are strong with empathy and literally make someone feel like the minute they start talking to you that they're okay, that things are just going to be okay. All of you guys have a gift. All of you guys have a gift and many gifts and talents and skills and wisdom and experience and thoughts that you can share with, number one, yourself, and number two, the outside world that give you purpose and significance. So I just felt like today, I just needed to tell some of you that are struggling to remember who you are. Remember how great you are. Remember how strong you are. Remember how capable you are. Remember how worthy you are. Remember how loved you are. Remember how you can be. Remember how strong you can become when you choose to make the decision to be strong. And for some of you, you may be in a good place today. Some of you may have just come out of this season of struggle and you're feeling good. Some of you, 3 days from now, you may be feeling good now, and 3 days from now, you go into a massive flare-up. Or maybe you fall and break a toe. Or maybe you fall and break your hip. Or maybe your husband says he wants to leave you. Or maybe you're going to go to an MRI and all of a sudden it's not as good as you thought it was going to be. It may happen. So this message right now is for us to recognize that we've made it through really tough stuff before. If we're in the middle of something, we are going to make it through this tough time now. And to prepare our hearts that there will be tough times in the future. But you have to remember that seasons come and seasons go. One of my favorite country lyrics is, every storm runs out of rain. Every storm runs out of rain. And eventually they have to end, right? They have to end. Eventually the pain will subside. Eventually, the shock of the diagnosis will wear off. Eventually, the betrayal of a spouse or someone that you loved will start to become less intense. Eventually, the wounds and the open wounds of your heart will heal. Eventually, the anxiety and the thoughts will subside. And during that time period, when that storm becomes over, is the point where you need to literally orient yourself, and you can either go back into the storm, or you can go away from the storm now that it has passed, and you can choose a different future, knowing that you already came through a storm. You already made it through a storm. You got more character and more strength and more knowledge and more wisdom and more relationships and more support and more confirmation that you are awesome to then step forward towards something new. So if you guys are doubting that you can exercise, stop doubting. If you guys are wondering whether healing is possible, stop wondering. If you guys are lonely, wondering where, I don't know if I can do this alone. You don't have to. If you are confused and frustrated and you're like, I just wish someone would show me a direction, I'm standing here looking at you. If you're sitting there being like, I just wish someone who knew what they were talking about could just listen to my story and tell me I'm okay. Well, here I am. Along with Misty, along with Ken, along with your entire moderator crew, we've been there. We're with you. You are not alone. And we value you, and we love you. And we cherish you because you're you. So on this Memorial Day, you guys, I really want you to just sit back, take some time, sit in a chair, go for a walk, listen to some good music, read a good book, whatever it might be, and I want you to remember who you are. I want you to trust in the fact that while your healing may appear invisible, because you can't hold it, you can't take it, you can't do it, your brain, every single rep that you take with exercise, every single time that you choose to think positive, optimistic, and full of hope versus negative, pessimistic, and destructive, that's a rep. That's a repetition. Your brain learns that that is better. Your body learns that instead of falling forward, you stand upright. Your body learns that that is better. Your body learns that that is stronger. Yet, it may sit under the surface of your consciousness like an iceberg. You guys have all seen that analogy of a tenth of an iceberg is all you can see, and then there's a ton below the surface. That healing may be happening below your surface. So you've got to trust in the process. You've got to trust in you. You've got to know that by you having the discipline, strength, resilience, and focus to get up every day and move when you possibly don't want to think positive when everything tells you to think negative, to remember who you are instead of listening to the world judging you on what you do or what you can't do, those are all positive steps. So you guys can do this, man. I have full faith in you. I have full belief in you. I am fully committed to you. And I can tell you one thing, and I know this, that I know this, that I know this, you are not here on accident. There are no coincidences in life. There's just not. I've lived long enough. Yeah, some of you are like, yeah, you're just a young whippersnapper. No, maybe, and chronologically. But I've had a lot of life happen to me. Lots of stuff that I'd rather not think about. But I think about it anyway because I know what I've come through. But I can tell you that I know that you are not here by accident. I know that you have the program that they're all here. I know that you have the team behind you to get you better. And I know that inside of you there is a complete ability, natural given ability, God-given ability for you to heal, because that is what the human body does. I've studied it, I've observed it, I've recorded it, I've analyzed it, and I've literally just watched healing happen when medically it was said that it was impossible. And it's because those individuals tapped into the power of the sheer will of the human spirit, remembered who they were, remembered their strength, remembered their power, remembered their control, and remembered their influence over their life. And they just said, I'm done. This is over. I want something different, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope this message was just black and white. Like, you can do this. You have everything you need right here. You have the people that you need right here. You have the coach that you need right here. And you have you right here. And that's the most important part. So I love you. I respect you. I honor you. I welcome you. And I just know that you and I together, along with the rest of your MS Gym family, can create some amazing victory stories that can not only restore your life, but prove to your friends, your family, your medical providers, and literally the rest of the MS world and the world at large that it is capable to overcome the impossible. Because with you, you need to change your words to I am possible instead of impossible, because that's truth. So thank you guys for being here. For all of you that are observing Memorial Day today, have an awesome day. I hope you're doing something fun and relaxing. And even though I'm working, this is what I do. This is what brings me life. This fills me. And now I get to go home and be with my awesome girls and my amazingly, fantastic wife. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here. You have my heart, and I'll remember you always. So I'll talk to you guys later.